going to have a great call tonight, guys. Um, we're the topic that we're going to be talking about is actually adjustments. So back when I first started, I was actually on the outside. My first deployment was an outside deployment. I was like, hey man, I just want to just throw me out there. I didn't know anything about anything, no exactament, no inspection, no anything. I was just like, just throw me out to the wolves. I want to learn. And so after they threw me out to the wolves and I got ate up, I was like, I'm going inside. That was an adjustment I made. I was like, you know what? I need to learn how to write an estimate. I need to learn the back end of things. So I wanted to go out into the field. I was really excited about getting out there, but once I got out there, I had to make an adjustment and realize, hey, let's learn how to close the back end of it before we get out here, and it'll help me go and then I can go out and close claims when I get back out in the field. So that was a slight adjustment I had to make getting into this whole arena. One of the adjustments now that you may want to consider making is all the field guys. I know we've been talking a lot about being out in the field, working field deployments. We discussed a lot of property because that's what we're familiar with, but being out in the field, when you're in this time of year, when it gets a little bit colder sometimes, or even if it's regular summertime or whatever, the option is working inside. It's a great, great option. I worked inside for a few years. My first year, I made over 100K working inside. I made over 120K working remotely from home, easily.
Nice.
But working inside, it's a different experience. Of course, you're on someone's clock. You got to get in. You don't get to set your own time. However, there's always somebody there. You can sort of be there to help. You make yourself, you got a whole team of people that are there for you. So there's some perks and good things about working inside. You're home every day for those people who can't get out and don't want to be away from the kids or the hubbies or for whatever reason. You just can't get away. Working in an office environment, doing a desk deployment, you can still make well over six figures doing that. So I know we talk a lot about working in the field, but don't think that that's the only way that you can go out and make a lot of money in this career. So working in desk, working from home, are great ways that you can also be in this field and eat very well. So again, guys, we're gonna have a great call. One of our guest speakers we're gonna have is Miss Carmen Turner. She is going to be joining us today. She is our guest speaker. We are also going to have the adjuster spotlight, Mr. Major Adams, our very own Mr. Major Adams. I know you guys don't see a lot that's going on, but the stuff that you see on our social media platforms and all of that good stuff, that is the brainchild of Mr. Major Adams and Mr. Sophia Rowe. They put that stuff out for us. They're great at it. If you get a chance, go out there on all of the platforms. Take a look at the 360 Adjuster Academy. And, man, they are responsible for that. So we'll be able to get behind and get in the mind of Major, who's, a portion of doing that as far as bringing that out to you. So for right now, let's get this thing to going. So we're going to move ahead here. We're going to bring our, first off, guys, we also have in the Discord contact information. As you see, we got things just starting to go ahead and rapidly move along here. So the ball is really, really, really moving. So you guys go in there, put in your contact information, fill out that stuff in Discord, man, so we can get out this information that we're going to have coming to you so you can still continue to be involved in this community, take advantage of all the benefits that we have, such as these wonderful speakers that we're going to be having and giving you some great words from there. So without further ado, I will go ahead and bring out Miss Janae so she can get the ball rolling and bring out her people. So Miss Janae, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and take the table.
Hello, everyone. Just to piggyback off what Meech said, yes, please fill out the contact form, especially if you are new to our Zoom calls that we're doing every week. I just want to stress again to people, I know I've been saying this kind of back to back, but now is really the time to go ahead and get licensed. Like, these are the slower months that we're having right now. And I promise you by next year, February, March, You're going to wish that you took the time to go ahead and get licensed, because things are going to pick up quickly once that happens. Oh, also, I wanted to just go into, I know the topic of the week is adjustments. For me, adjustments, when I first think of that word, I think of like once I'm off a deployment. So my first deployment lasted about 3 weeks. I had about a week or so to kind of just like adjust, like think about my strength and my weaknesses from from that deployment, what I could have done better in the next deployment. Like when you had that time, when you start a deployment and then you get paid and you're working a little bit, you want to keep that up. And then once they release you, you have a lot of time to think about how we going to get back to the money. Like, what can we do better this time around so that we are not on deployment for just a shorter time, So that's the first thing that I think about when it comes to adjusting. Simple things just to rattle off that I know I had trouble with was simple things like not answering my or not checking my voicemails. Like that's something that I had to really, it sounds so simple, but when you're going constantly 7 days a week, you just don't think about the voicemails. And that's a good way to stay off of management's radar. Another good way is just basically going over my estimates, being prepared for the next time around, printing out old estimates that I've written so that, when I come up to a house or they have interior damage or they need a new roof, I already know those line items just to make myself a little quicker in the field. So little things like that would actually go a long way when it comes to adjusting. Okay, so yes, the adjuster spotlight. We got our very own. Oh, do you have a question?
No. Actually, I messed up when I was introducing you. I meant to introduce you as Big Money, Janae.
Okay.
I'm so sorry because of the year that you've been having. Big Money, Janae, should be the appropriate introduction. I mean, I don't know if you want to go in as you can,
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
always put me on the spot.
I'm sorry. No, my bad.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This year has been a complete blessing to me. I've never even thought for a second that I would be where I am right now at the start of this year. I have done very well for myself this year. I have easily made over 150,000 this year, which is crazy to even say out loud.
Say 200,000. Stop that.
Say 200. Say the real number.
Stop that. 250. Stop that old talk. Stop that.
That's a lot. They're
just
trying to, motivate y'all. But yes, it's been an amazing year. It's been an amazing year. That's why I'm here trying to spread this to any single person that will listen. Even if I get a hint of someone, I'm like, oh, you don't like your job? You should come tune in on Sundays. Anybody who will listen, because there's just so much opportunity out there. And I really hope that people are, taking this information and doing something with it. And for those that are, I know that they'll join us, and I can't wait to help build up those people too. I can't wait. But thank you guys for putting me on the spotlight like that.
She was sweating, boy. She was. I don't want to say the real number.
I can't. So, like I said, without further ado, our very own Mr. Major Adams. If you could just come on, tell us a little bit about your background, your first deployment, how you guys started, the whole thing.
Gotcha. So how's everybody doing? Can y'all hear me good?
That boy looking clean today. Clean.
Y'all can hear me all right?
Yes, very clear.
All right. So I started off in 2018. I started adjusting. I started off with a hurricane down in Marianna, Florida, with Travis and Meech. And this was really all of our first deployments. And it being a hurricane, it was a natural disaster. Like we had a curfew out. We was eating MRE packs, the meals ready to eat, like they do in the deployments in the Army out in Iraq and stuff. So it was pretty rough at first, and we all lasted out there for about 3 weeks. That first deployment is pretty tough when you don't have don't have help, and that like when your trainers and the managers when they're all too busy to help, it's tough out there. And but you are independent, So and then
So they kind of threw you to the wolves like usual.
yeah, exactly. We didn't. If we would have had 360 back then, I would have definitely been out there longer than 3 weeks. Trust me. But then, after that deployment, I was still out looking for work, and I had another one that was out in southwestern, like Austin, and that one was tough as well. Didn't have too much help, but it was kind of you learn more as you go. That's how the business really works. So did all right there. I came away with about 10K, and I was
How long
still
were you there for?
I was still only there for about I want to say about 6 weeks, not too long.
All right, 10K, 6 weeks. That's nice.
And then after that, that's when I switched from my first hourly deployment, because back in the day it used to be all like component. It used to be off of like however many claims you close is how much you get paid. So then we did the hourlies, and right now in the hourlies, it's about 16 to 20K a month. So
right,
I did
on hourly.
exactly, and then that's when I did all the water claims and things like that. So I got more experience, learned some more, and on my recent deployment, the one that I just finished, it was my best one yet, and I went back to component, and I actually made about 60K in about a month. So
damn,
I was so mad at him. I was so mad. He would make 100,000. I was so mad. I was so mad at you.
Goodness.
Oh,
but
man.
that was his best one. That was his last one. That was his best one. So the next one gonna be better.
Oh, exactly.
So talk to me a little bit about like how long did it take you? You said from the beginning to that last deployment. So how long did it take you really to like be like, all right, I got this down. Like I'm good at this. Like I can go out there and kill it on my own.
I say really that third deployment. So for me, it was really probably my third year out. It's really like when it
3
started
years.
when it started kind of clicking for me, and all just became kind of mechanical.
So it took you 3 years to earn 60,000 on a deployment without a community like this. So imagine if you had a community like this.
Exactly, could have made it happen a lot
within
sooner.
1 year, probably. Right.
Exactly. And it was actually Travis was the one that he called me about the first or second week of my deployment, and like he told me that he was doing about 10 claims in a day, and giving that motivation that he usually does. And then I went back. I'm like, man, if he's making like 160 in a month, and I can definitely do 100. I'm trying to that gave me that motivation to be like, nah, I gotta go and get it.
Right. So just to stay on the topic of adjustments, what did you do, or can you like label something that you did within your journey that helped you make the right adjustment moving forward?
Oh, definitely. So adjusting is actually like any other field where it's like you can always get better. It's always something else you can learn to make your process better. And one of the things that I was told was basically when you're doing water claims, you gotta sketch the whole interior. So instead of really going in the house and sketching down on like your little pad, your notepad, I found it to be much easier to actually just bring your laptop inside of the house, sketch it out, and then you can just write your estimate and have that claim closed in the driveway. And
someone did suggest that to me too, to get like a little tripod stand or something, bring your laptop in and just do it right there. That was a good tip.
Yeah, it takes a lot of stress out of it, in my opinion. It makes it a lot of streamlined process.
Right, especially with those interior claims. That was a good tip. Thank you for that, Major. That was great. I'm glad that you brought up like there's so many other things that you can do within the industry. Just speaking to our guest speaker, I know Meech is going to introduce her, but she is going to talk about so many things that she's doing especially from the staff, or I should say desk adjuster position, which is a great perspective that I'm looking to see. So I'm ready for Meech to go ahead and introduce Ms. Carmen Turner so we can get going. You're muted. Yeah, you're totally muted.
Boom, boom, boom. So like I was saying, I'm sorry. Before I go that, thank you, Major.
Yes, thank you, Major.
I know you're usually behind the scenes, and you know you're not in the front of the camera guy, man. But so I appreciate you, man, taking the time, getting out of your natural environment.
Look at that face. He should be in front of the camera.
And boy's a model. He's a model.
Hey,
He's a model. He got the looks, the smart, you know. Right. He's all around, man. He's an all-around guy, man. But glad to have you here on our team, man. So appreciate you for your time again, Nation. But man, guys, as Janae was telling you, man, I'm really, really excited to introduce Ms. Turner. She's been an adjuster for over 12 years. She has auto experience. She has property experience. She's been a document processor. She's worked for State Farm. She's worked in Total Loss. She's worked in flood.
Everything.
Commercial. I'm running out of breath saying so. She's been in commercial assignments. She's been in multiple catastrophes, guys. So she's, you know, I expect you guys to hit her up, man. Ask questions if you're ready to
ask questions, please.
Find out some information. This person is the person to you to do that with. So without further ado, Ms. Carmen Turner, would you please join us? Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me. Good evening, everyone. As I mentioned, I've been an adjuster for 12 years. I started off with title document processing. It was something that State Farm was rolling out brand new. We were kind of like guinea pigs. I think this is a great platform for you to start off with because we got thrown in the water, sink or swim, and that's what it was. You didn't have many adjusters that were willing to help or even wanted to help you. It's kind of like if you didn't know it, if you didn't catch on in X amount of time, then your deployment was over. After entitlement document processing, I learned that was kind of like the back end of total loss. So then I was able to learn the front end of total loss by being an actual adjuster and completing auto claims for total loss. From there, I got, you know, word of mouth is really big in this industry. So someone asked me if I wanted to be a bodily injury adjuster, which is BI, that's what we call it, where we are basically, you know, doing medical reports, people that have gotten hurt in a car accident. We would basically open to do their claims, open to close, and settle whatever personal injury they may have had during an accident of some sort. From there, I went to property, I went to flood, Louisiana floods. I worked Harvey, basically all of the hurricanes the past 12 years. I've worked them all from auto to property. From there, I was introduced to commercial large loss, where basically you're putting back together a skyscraper, or you might go to an intersection and see this intersection has been worked on for 3-4 years. I'm the person that puts that back together. So in this industry, you learn so many different things. It's a process. You learn it's a process to open and close a claim. So it's really good that you take whatever you learn from each deployment that you have, and you're easily able to apply it to another deployment. Not only that, but you do have the opportunity to increase your pay on each deployment. And how you do that as a desk adjuster is be knowledgeable, be up on your licenses, make sure that you're getting licensed in all of the water states. That's where a lot of storm damage takes place, hurricane damage, auto damage, when those storms happen as well. Make sure when you're an independent adjuster, you're investing in yourself. So, you know, it might be a little bit expensive to have 20, 30 licenses, but it helps you when you are getting deployed, because what they're going to look at, well, this person is licensed in X amount of states, they're going to call you first. And that's one of the things about being a desk adjuster. You want to make sure you always invest in yourself by keeping your licenses up, taking classes, do CE classes. If you come across different seminars that are free, like this information, I'm not, just being on calls like this helps you also put little nuggets in your pocket to help you along the way. But at first I was skeptical about going into this business because I really didn't know about it. You keep your 9 to 5 working 40 hours a week, you know what you're going to get paid, you know what you're going to have at the end of the week, at the end of the month. But it's worth it if you apply yourself. Sometimes it's really long days, so you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for a work-life balance if you have children. My daughter she was an infant at the time that I started, and now she's in middle school. So I would take her on my deployments with me. I would enroll her in daycare. I would work my 60-hour week. I would catch a fresh wind, get her, go out to whatever, zoo or whatever was going on in the area, and get up and do it all over again, because I knew that it would be lucrative to maintain my lifestyle and to have her. And I'm a mom, so I didn't believe with leaving my children with anyone, but so she went with me on all my appointments. I ended up making enough money where I had nannies and all sorts of things later on, but I would not change it for the world. A lot of times you can go on deployments and whatever client, State Farm, Allstate, Liberty, they'll ask you, can you come on staff? And this has been such a good career step for me that I don't even have a desire to be a staff employment. I have control of my year. If I want to work 8 months, if I want to work 6 months, if I want to take off 6 months, because, I have enough money to do that and be able to maintain my current household or responsibilities and what have you, and shop and do whatever I want. That's what I'm able to do because I apply myself on every single deployment. After about my second year adjusting, I was offered to be a supervisor, first a trainer and then a supervisor. And I've supervised probably the last 8 years. And that's another entity where you have an opportunity to, share different things that you've learned with other adjusters or new adjusters or adjusters that might, want to give up and not want to finish deployments, or just let them, know the ropes of how to stay on a deployment. When I was first brought into this industry, it would be like a couple hundred adjusters, and now it's thousands. So it's very, very important that you stay on task, know your job, do it well, because when a vendor is looking for someone to deploy, they're looking for someone that knows what they're doing, efficient, professional, will stay on the job and apply themselves, because everybody's making money. The client's making money, the company's making money, you're making money. Everybody this is business, so to speak. So I encourage you that if you want to go in this field, it's amazing. It's amazing. And it's been a blessing to me, my family, my baby. Yeah, I love it. So
I love that. Let me ask you a question. So it took you 2 years before you became a supervisor, you said. Did you have any background in this industry at all? Did you come in like not knowing nothing? Like, wow.
I knew nothing.
Did you have leadership skills before this job, or?
I was in account management before this job for a lot of different United States Mint, Chanel. I was a Chanel account coordinator. I was in the era when they start launching .coms. So that's how long ago. This
Right.
was when, super young, just trying to climb up the corporate ladder, so to speak.
Mhm.
And I got tired of corporate jobs. And,
Right.
again, like I said, my daughter was an infant and my mom was an independent adjuster. And, I was
Okay.
super young
Cool.
when she was doing it. So she would always be gone all the time. I'm just, we're teenagers in the house, mom's not here. We didn't we didn't care. But when I had my daughter, she was like, this is something that you probably, want to do. I didn't know exactly
Mhm.
what she was doing because again, I'm
Was that the
about
first
to
time
leave
she
the
kind of
house.
introduced you to that stuff?
She did not. She is she's a mom, and I was at my sister's house and she came in with a little certificate and she said, this is a class to get your adjuster's license.
Oh, I
I
love
paid
that.
for it
Love that.
and you better be there and you better pass it because you're not gonna waste
Love
my
that.
money. I was like, oh, okay.
Thank
So
the
I
Lord she did that. Thank the Lord
yeah,
she did
right,
that.
right. And I was sweating bullets taking this test, and I passed the test, and 2 weeks later, I was on a deployment to Colorado.
Oh,
And at the time, I
wow.
lived in Atlanta. That's where I've lived the past 20 years. And you know, I took the deployment not knowing that it would lead to this point. But back to piggyback on the supervisor position, you never know what could happen in this industry or who you know or who knows you. It's a very small world, just like
Mhm.
anything. But I actually got deployed for a property position with State Farm, and you have to have certifications. That's why I say stay up on your certifications.
Mhm.
On this particular deployment, I did not have a property State Farm certification. I had an auto. So I got deployed, and the account manager came to me and said, hey, you can't work this assignment because you don't have a property certification. But as a trainer or a supervisor, you didn't really have that. So he's like, can you train? I was like, yeah, I can train. And it just ended up
Wow.
working out for me where once they saw I was a, pretty good trainer, I got a property certification, and then I became a supervisor, and then they had me supervise for other accounts after those accounts.
Oh,
So you just
wow.
never know,
Right.
I always say just, be open, be aware, stay, sometimes it's being at the right place at the right time in this industry, or, you might be on a deployment and somebody is looking for someone to do another contract, and they'll, tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, you want to make more money? I have this for you. We're going to pull you off of this and put you on that. That can happen also easily.
Yeah,
So I always say
definitely.
stay professional, stay aware, just do your job, do it to the best of ability. As a desk adjuster, you are talking to people all the time. So just keep in mind you want the same respect as if you were the person going through the claim. That also helps you perfect your job really, really well if you treat it as such. And I have never been in field. I have not had the
Oh, wow.
desire. I was, always, I want my coffee and be on the phone. But field is, I've heard amazing things about it, and you can make a ton of money, especially if it's a storm. I know people that have literally retired off
Wow.
Hurricane Katrina. They made millions of dollars on a huge storm like that because you will be on that assignment instead of being on it. As you all mentioned, you could be on it 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 months. If you get on a storm like Katrina, you're on it for 4 or 5 years.
Right, especially if you're doing
Over
well.
6 figures, exactly. So you can meet that 500K and very quick when you're on different catastrophes like that. So,
and that just brings it back to when you said it's a small world. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing well and your managers like you, then maybe they'll try to get you onto those, you know, good deployments.
They will. They will.
Right.
They're gonna see it because, you know, it's tough when you've always worked 9 to 5 and you've been on that routine and you work 40 hours and now you're working 60, 10-hour days and you're still being a mom, an uncle, a grandmother, a grandfather, a sister, a brother. You might have special needs. You might have just personal things going on in your life where that also takes energy. And when you work those kind of hours, it could be hard on you physically and mentally. So it's really good. You know, a lot of people get on assignments and you be on assignment for a while and you develop rapport with people, and you know, you might want to go out and have a beverage after work or have 2 or 3, but you gotta be able to really balance and maintain what you do. It's about, you know, I always say keep a goal in mind. If you keep a goal in mind saying, you know what, I want to make this amount of money this year, I want to do this, it stops you from doing a lot of things that you would not normally do. Like, I'm
self-discipline
tired.
wise, right?
Self-discipline. You get that again, fresh wind. 6 months into the appointment, you're really tired, you really want to quit. But if you think about, I'm about to make $80,000 if I hang in there 6 more months, you know, that's motivation for me to just hang in there, because you just never know when you're going to get that next appointment. And it's just, you gotta really make the most of what you have when you are on the deployment, and that's educating yourself and, you know, prolonging it as long as you can. So,
I'm gonna let you go soon, I promise. But I have another question for you. Can you just talk briefly to your first deployment? So you're a desk adjuster, but you also like get deployed, like you go to these various sites, basically, right?
Yes. So as an independent, I'm assigned up with probably like 7 or 8 different firms. And, you know, you sign up with them, they're all licensed, or you know, they take all your information, know all your licenses, and you have a recruiter, so to speak, right? So your recruiter calls you and say, hey, Carm, I got this deployment. It's in whatever state. This is how much it pays. We see you have this experience. Do you want to do it? It starts this day. And
they give you no
yes
time.
or no. Yes or no. You get your bag ready, or, you know, but since the pandemic, we do have a lot of remote positions, and that ended up being a blessing to me because, again, I have a child. So driving her to school and paying the nannies and paying all that, I mean, that all got cut out for me, and I was able to do it myself because I work remotely. But on my first deployment, again, I lived in Georgia and I was called to Colorado to do title document processing, which is basically the back end of total loss. You just process paperwork and
you know, got you,
all of that. And
part of the cleanup crew.
Not necessarily. We were the most important part because we get your information over to the salvage part. We get the check to you.
Okay.
Your paperwork, you need to sign your documents. I just didn't know that because, again, I don't know anything about insurance. I just know I pay my insurance. And that's it. I didn't know anything about, you know, the process or what happened. So I happened to start at the back end of total loss, not knowing that as an adjuster in a different position, I would be doing the front end and sending all that paperwork to the title document team. So it helped me because I knew what all to send once I got in that desk. And you will learn this throughout this industry. All these nuggets you get from every single assignment, you can apply it to the next assignment. So you can come in a champ, really, like really catching on and knowing what to do on the assignments, because a lot of times as IAs, we don't get the training. It's like, can you do this?
Very much so.
Yeah, and that's it. And and
Right.
and you're looking like any a normal job, you're looking for training, you're looking for someone to help you, and a lot of times that can be very discouraging if you really need a job and you want to succeed on doing this new thing. It can be
And
discouraging.
don't
So
and don't be shy, because then you're really not gonna get anything. You're really not gonna get
uh-uh.
any help. But that's
And you will
why we're
stand out like a sore thumb.
right. And
Yeah.
that's exactly why we are putting so much care and effort into this group, because it's so important. Like, just imagine you already have this type of training when you're first being deployed.
Yeah.
Your managers are
Mhm.
gonna look at you like, where did you come
Mhm.
from? How long can you stay? Can we keep you around? Yeah, all of that. So like,
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
so important. Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I've asked a lot of questions. I don't know if anyone else has any questions for Miss Carmen. Um, please just jump in, but
But
otherwise,
like
thank
my
you
first
so much.
in life, and I worked as she's my supervisor when I was working in auto for State Farm
Oh wow,
months ago. Like, this is my first time. Carmen, hello.
Hey. Hello.
that's
Wait.
so crazy.
Wait,
She was
I'm
your
sorry. You
supervisor.
cut off the first part. What did you say?
Carmen was my supervisor for when I worked in auto this past year, and I've never seen her face ever. Her voice,
Wow, that's
like
so
Love is
crazy.
Blind situation. Like, I'm like, this is her. It's crazy to me to see
Like
her.
on the weekly meetings, you heard her voice.
Right,
I
right.
would keep my camera off all the time because
Right.
look, we're doing a job.
Exactly.
We're doing
No,
a
I never
job.
see
And
any of
we
my
are
managers. I never see any
Mhm.
of them really.
No,
Right.
That's
I
so
never
funny.
Mm-hmm.
Forever.
Mm-hmm. Nice to see
Crazy.
you, Ronnie.
Right.
You miss
I
That's
love
so
it.
funny. Oh man, I love that. That's so
Yeah.
funny. What a
Yeah,
small
even
world.
with Ronnie, like Ronnie, she knows, even in supervisor positions with her and my team, I would try to encourage. I would probably send something in the chat every single morning just to encourage people, because even though you're in the comfort of your own home, you get tired. And sometimes, it's a blessing, but sometimes you just gotta, you don't want to get up and get on the computer and listen to people. And, sometimes they're yelling and screaming or might be upset or they just found out bad news and they want to know what's going on with their car, like right then. So I would always encourage the team and have them encourage one another. And, we'll have a meeting at the end of the week and just talk about stuff that's really not adjuster related, because being in this industry, I was just at a memorial service and I went inside of the church and immediately I noticed their water damage. And it's a shame that
I know, as soon as you go in the building, you're just looking up, looking at the walls, looking at the ceiling.
I wanted to get up and testify, say, Pastor, if you don't fix this, this is gonna be an issue. And it's
Oh man.
there. When you spend that much time doing this, it gets to that point. You could be at an intersection and you can see the T-bone about to happen. You can being that I've done things for the city, you can see that, this drain, I know why this intersection has been not fixed for 8 months, because I know the process that happens. So it's just so much that you learn and carry with you in this industry, and it's valuable information. And when you get into the situation, you know exactly what to do, and
That's a fact.
it's a blessing. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, but that's I'm done.
Yes. Thank you so much. It
You're
was a
welcome. You're
pleasure
welcome.
talking to you. Yes. It's
Absolutely.
amazing. Does anybody else have any questions? I wanted to briefly just say, because I know you said it's important for word of mouth. I wanted to double back to that, because just recently this week, one of my managers, he was just, I guess, doing like a yearly review, of some of the adjusters and just reaching out to people. And he was like, I would he was like, if you know any adjusters, that maybe just got licensed or they're looking for, deployments or whatever, just give them my number. And it's like, he was like, basically, like, I would rather get someone from you than just get anyone off the street. And I'm just like, this is exactly why we are building this. So I can be like, yes, I have this person, and this person. They are all looking for deployments, you know? So I just wanted to double back to the word of mouth. Like it's important.
It is so important. And I've been on deployments where, you know, I get an IM, hey, were you on this deployment? Are you Carmen Turner from this deployment? Because I remember,
right.
You know, I first started and you helped me on this and this, and I have no idea who they are.
Wow.
I just say, hey, well, good job. I see you're still working. Great. Let me know if you have any, you know, questions. It's such a small world, and word of mouth is just so lucrative and important in this industry that keeps you deployed. Definitely.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Agreed. 100%.
And thank you so much again.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I am gonna avail you. I know you didn't say, but guys, if you have questions, you know, just drop them in the chat, and you know, Ms. Turner will be kind enough, you know, to answer those in some upcoming weeks. You know, if you don't want to. So I have a feeling she's gonna be around.
Yeah, we gotta bring her back for sure.
Yeah. So she's gonna be back, guys. So. But just in case, you know, again, thank you so much for that, Ms. Turner. You know, you have the wealth of knowledge, and I definitely look forward to speaking with you and trying to get some of that commercial,
especially,
you know, also do and try to talk to you about a few things and that. So, but again, man, just thank you so much for that. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome, guys. Well, you know what, guys? What I was thinking of, you know. One of the things, and I know I may have mentioned this before, you know, we're talking about staying deployed, getting deployed, staying deployed. Being on the inside, it sounds simple. One of the things that you really sort of want to try to do, you don't have to be the best of the best, close as many. Make yourself likable. Be likable. These people are around you 12, 16 hours a day. I don't care if you're good, if you're good and you're a butt, like they're not gonna want to keep you. They'll cut you. Want to be one of the first ones. They don't care about how many. You got to be likable. Ask questions. Be somebody that somebody wants to spend some time around because you are more than you are with your family. Yeah, absolutely. Be coachable. Take it and show progression. Take what they tell you. You don't have to be the best of the best to stay there the longest. Don't think that you just have to be, oh my God, on the top percent, make it. No, that's not what this is. Make yourself likable, learn, show improvement, utilize what they tell you.
Produce
come back
good work.
From lunch on time. Come back from lunch on time. Right. You'll be good. You know, wear a smile on your face. I can't tell you how many deployments that I've been extended because I wear a smile. I'm always smiling. I'm good. I got a tune in my head, and people enjoy being around me. So that's something. And you know, plus trying to work through these claims and you know, coming early, leaving a little late if I have to, being on time. Those small intangibles. You know, learning the trade and learning this is great. Being the best you want is great. But don't forget about the small intangible things, especially when it comes to things like working inside. You got other people that are around you. Be a good team player, working in a unit. Those things come in. So very important because you don't have those things when you're working out in the field. When you're working out in the field, you solo dolo. You by yourself basically, and just out there trying to get it. So, but you know, either way, inside or outside, being involved in a community like this, you know, will really, really help you because you can get overwhelmed in both of those. So
put yourself in miracle territory, like ET tell you. Put yourself in miracle territory. Join a team so we can help you out.
Look, man, it's been a great week with that. One comment, one quote I want to leave you with from that I just thought was amazing. When Miss Mignon said, "Speak what you seek until you see what you said." Now take it here and listen to that again. Speak what you seek until you see what you said. Speak what you seek until you see what you said. So think about that and really, really listen. That's such an empowering statement. But guys, man, thank you again for joining us. Week 18, week 19 is going to be great. We're going to have a special guest speaker, man. He's from the Extreme Execution that we have with ET. It's Mr.
That should be a good
one. That's going to be big and major. So that's going to be coming up next week with us, man. So please come on back, man. Thank you again. Please drop the info and everything before we leave out of here, guys. We're going to be the number one part. Not the number one part. It's a good part of the show.
It's my favorite part.
The rest of the show. It's a great part of the show. It's becoming a lot of our favorite part of the call. So we're going to be bringing out Coach Ryan. You will mind coming on up?
Got my
pen ready. Hey, what's going on, happy people? What's going on?
You got a roll. What's going on? Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
It's robe night here, and the Cowboys won, so
okay. All right.
The family is in our robes tonight. Hey guys, it's always an honor to be able to have your ear, and have your attention. As I'm listening to Major and the guest speaker today, one of the things that comes to mind is how valuable it is to be an adjuster, right? As adjusters, we are in a very unique position to generate revenue at a substantial rate compared to most Americans. One of the things about 360 Adjuster Academy is we want to help put ourselves in the best position to just level up in life, right? Our topic is adjustments. I know last week we talked about, the tax credits that are tied to specific vehicles that you purchase. And there was also a few people on the call, even the speaker, that was in the process of purchasing a vehicle, right? So just to give you guys a little bit of background, I own a company, my wife and I, called New Legacy Firm, which is a financial literacy firm. And what we specialize in is helping to make the necessary adjustments so that you can level up in life. So today's tip is brought to you by making the adjustments when you have the right credit score, you even have the right income, but for some reason you still can't get your foot through the door. All glory to God, we have helped our clients receive close to $1 million in funding this year. We probably won't hit it this year, but I know for a fact we will hit over $1 million in funding for our clients next year. One of the things that I see the most that holds people back, that put in all the necessary work, whether they want to buy a home or investment property or just whatever business endeavor they have, because most of us do. When we're not on deployment making money as adjusters, we're probably doing something else. And typically it's self-employed so that you can keep yourself flexible and free so that you can take that call for an adjustment. For a deployment. So I am going to post in the group. Let's see, will it let me post a picture or is it text only? Yep. All right. So I am posting the fraud department phone numbers for all 3 credit bureaus, right? Believe it or not, having too many inquiries, even when you have the proper score and income, can be the lone thing that stops you from getting funding, right? So I'm going to entail a process for you to remove these inquiries with the fraud department, right? So each number has been posted in the group. You're going to call that fraud department and say, hey, I'm seeing some inquiries on my credit report that I did not authorize. And then you're going to read off what they are, and they're going to mark them as fraud. And you'll see those inquiries come off within 7 to 10 days, some as little as 24 to 48 hours. Why is this important? If you bought a car through a dealership within the last 3 years, I promise you probably have more than 25 to 30 inquiries on your credit report. Because the auto industry practice is to take your credit and send it to each bank that they work with to say, hey, which one of you guys will give this guy some money to buy this car from you? And each inquiry can cost you anywhere from 2 to 3 points on your credit score. So imagine going to a dealership with your 700 score and being able to get the car that you want. And we do it out of just nobody teaches us better to go straight to our bank or our credit union. And then you end up with all these inquiries. So I know we're making the money. I know we're putting in the work to have the proper credit score. Let's make sure that we don't find ourselves having to make an adjustment because we have too many inquiries, right? So you're going to call that number. Any inquiries that you see on there that you didn't authorize, or maybe you authorized it, but you didn't know it was going to, hit your credit 2 or 3 times, which does happen because these inquiries are going to stay on there for 2 years. And that's a lot of time, guys. I'll give you guys something and then I'll wrap up. Travis and I have been working on a real estate investment strategy that really just took a amazing turn. All glory to God. I couldn't have planned it better myself. We'll be in a position to be able to broker business funding directly ourselves. So this is being able to speak directly to underwriting. Say, hey, I've got a client and their file is already together. And we'll be able to take people directly from 360 and pair them with the financing, right? So a lot of these things that, these gems that I'm dropping every week, this is all in preparation to be able to help you facilitate whatever your wildest, ambition may be when it comes to your finances and just your overall financial prowess. Because we want to make sure we're taking steps to not just make this money, but let's make this money and leave a legacy. All right. That's my time, guys. And I thank y'all so much.
That was great. Fill out the contact form so that you can be prepared for these resources in the future. Fill out the form.
Yo, I don't know who else doing this. I don't know who other communities, what other communities y'all are a part of. Congratulations on being part of your community. But I know this community in itself, we trying to get you educated on that, to get it and to show you what to do with it, to show you how to keep it, to show you how to make more. We are really, really, we don't want nothing in return from that. He's doing this for free. We ain't paying him for this. You're not paying him for these gems that he's dropping, the stuff that he's giving you. Like, who else is doing that? Like, this is amazing. I can't, man. I'm
happy he's on our team. I know I say that every time. That
just got me so excited, man.
It's a mutual exchange, guys. I take so much every week. Just the sheer inspiration, the inspiration as well as the information. So, hey, guys, it's more than mutual. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Look at that. And he humble. And he humble. Oh my goodness, that's dope. That's dope. That's good work, man. That's good work, man. Man, thank you guys so much. We're getting this good stuff every week. Join us every week with this, man. It's just gonna get better and better, man. The ball is just getting bigger and bigger. The hill is getting steeper and steeper, and it's just gonna be running down faster and faster. You know what I mean? So, man, we do thank y'all for joining us and now and getting in on this part of the time, and it's a great time to join us. I mean, this information and stuff, man, I expect everybody on this call, man, to bring your cousins, your aunt, somebody, whoever you love. If you love somebody, they should be on this call next week. Because there's no reason. This is good information. This is good stuff that you tell somebody that you like. I like you. I'm going to tell you some stuff. I want your life to be better. It's good like stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you might love somebody. You got kinfolk we really love. You may not like them that much. But people that you like, that you want to see do better, they should be on this call with you next week. No doubt. We got every part now. We got every TikTok, Facebook, IG, everything that they need social media-wise to come in contact with us, to grow, be a part of this community when they are ready to get this information, to change the trajectory of their life if it needs to be. Let's create this generational wealth in different branches, different verticals. Let's all do this together, man, so we can support each other. That is what we are really here for. We are all here, and it'd be great to make money, but I know, speaking for myself and the people that I know that are affiliated with the core of 360 Adjuster Academy, we want to make money, but more than that, we want everybody else to make money. We want our loved ones to be safe and secure. We're doing this for the people. We're doing this for people so everybody can get out of their situation. That's a bigger movement to me. I can be okay. I can eat okay off of small minimums. I'm going to be fine. But my mama, I want to take care of my mother. I want to take care of my sister and my family. I want to take care of the man that's struggling, or the young lady that's struggling, trying to find her identity. I want to be able to help him, the single parent, the person that's homeless right now. That's what I'm doing this for, period. And I know that the people that I'm dealing with in the core 360, that's what we're all doing this for. Whatever he talking about, man, I can't see.
Yeah, he's silly. You know him.
Boy. But man, again, we thank you guys for being with us.
Yes.
We look forward to y'all.
Thank you for being with us this Sunday. Thank you.
Absolutely. everybody. So, man, peace out. Get back to
We
the
just gotta wait for
Cowboys.
Travis to do his thing.
Go Cowboys. I know everybody wanted to say that on 3. Yeah, we're gonna say
No
go
one
Cowboys.
wanted to say that. Oh, you got coaches. You got coaches.
He pulled it though.
Cowboys, go
He
Cowboys.
sure did pull it.
I know BJ wanted to say that.
Kansas City all day.
There you go. Thank you, Candace. Larry, man, we appreciate you. All you guys,
Thanks,
man.
Larry.
Kayvon Hill, I hope I said your name right. Lakota, that's dope. Y'all got some dope names up in here. I gotta change my name.
Lakota?
Shadrack, me Shaq. Shaq me Shaq, the best guard. Say, what's up, dog? Yo.
Will do. I got
Oh,
you.
man. Thank you again, Miss
That's what's
Carmen
up,
Turner. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Winston, I see you, Winston. That's Winston in the other world, baby. You in the other atmosphere.
He's in another world.
Yo,
he
thank you
going.
for coming
Oh, he
down
on
to
it.
our stratosphere. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get where you at.
Man.
That's
All right,
It's
y'all.
all in the background.
Let's get it, baby. Peace out, man. Peace and love to everybody, man. Y'all have a great week.
It was really
Peace out.
good. We'll see y'all later.
Larry's iPhone. Where's their iPhone at? Yo, man, what's up, man?
Man, I put my phone. I got tired of you talking about me, man.
I had to, man. Like, okay, there you go. You look good, man. You look good.
I had to go and put it together for you, so you put
I appreciate that.
calling me out every Sunday, man.
Larry stepped his game up. Larry got the cool
There it
shades
is.
on.
What's up,
What you know
Winston?
about that?
Winston, what's going on? Oh, we clean with it though. Winston, what it do, brother?
What up? How's it going, guys?
Man, you at work, huh? Like
Yeah.
yeah, at work.
I'm at work.
At the hospital? You got that? Is that UT
Nursing
Southwestern?
home.
Is that what that is?
No, nursing home, man. I'm
Oh,
actually in New York.
Cool. Well, I look forward to working with you, brother.
Oh yeah, definitely. Same here.
For sure.
All right, y'all have a good
But
night.
y'all have a good one. I love it. Peace out.
Have a good one.